availeth in this little being the chief whole? I knew it. My word is 6 and 50. Divide, add, multiply, and understand. Then saith the prophet and slave of the beauteous one, who am I? And what shall be the sign? So she answered him, bending down, a lambent flame of gold, touching all penetrant, the lovely hands upon the black earth, and the lithe body arched for love, and the soft feet not girded the little flowers thou knowest. The sign should be my ecstasy, the consciousness of the continuity of existence, the omnipresence of my body. Then the priest answered and said unto the queen of space, kissing her lovely brows, the jewel will I bathe in his whole body in the sweet smelling perfume, oh, knew it. Continuous one of heaven, let it be everlasting, that men speak not of thee as one, but as none. Let them speak not of thee at all, since thou art continuous. None breathe the light, faint and fairy of the stars and dew. For I am divided for love's sake, for the chance of union. This is the creation of the world, that the pain of division is as nothing, and the joy of dissolution all. For these fools of men in the world care not thou at all. They feel little what is balanced by weak joys, but ye are my chosen ones. Obey my prophet, follow up your deals of my knowledge, seek me only, then the joys of my labyrinth. Obey my prophet, follow up your deals of my knowledge, seek me only, then the joys of my love will redeem me from all pain. This is so, I swear it by the vault of my body, with my sacred heart and tongue, by all I can give, by all I desire.
Hello?
Hey, what up, John? How's it going?
Hello, John. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? What's up?
I'm good, thank you. What's about, Congressman?
Then the priest fell into a deep trance, or swoon, and said unto the Queen of Heaven, write unto us the ordeals, write unto us the rituals, write unto us the law. And she said, the ordeals I write not, the rituals shall be have known, and have concealed, the law is for all. This that thou writest is the threefold book of law. My scribe, Antiphon Consul, the priest of the princess, shall not in one letter change this book, but lest there before he shall comment thereupon by the wisdom of Ra or good. Also the mantras and spells, the obeya and the wonder. The word of the law is Thanima, who calls us Thelemites who do no wrong. If ye look but close into the word, there are therein 3 grades, the hermit and the lover, and the man of earth. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. The word of sin is restriction. O man, refuse not thy wife if she will. O lover, if thou wilt depart. There is no bond that can unite the divided but love. All else is a curse. Accursed be into the eons. Hell. Let it be that state of manifold, bound and loathing. So with thee at thy wall, thou hast no right but to do thy will. To it and no other shall say nay, for pure will and assuage the purpose. Delivered from the lust of results is every way perfect. The perfect and the perfect are one perfect and not two, nay and none. Nothing is the secret key of this law. 61, the Jews call it. I call it 8, 80, 418. But they have the half. Unite by thine art so that all disappear. My prophet is a fool with his one. Are not they the odds and none by the book? Abrogate all rituals, all ordeals, all words and signs. Ra or Kuitim, taking his seat in the east at the equinox of the gods. And let Asar be with Esau, who also are one, but they are not of me. Let Asar be the adherent, Esau the sufferer. Pour in his secret name and surrender as the Lord initiated. There is a word to say about the Hierophantic task. Behold, there are three ordeals in one. It may be given in three ways. The gross must pass through fire. Let the fine be tried in intellect. And the lofty chosen ones in the highest, thus ye have star and star, system and system. Let not one know where the other. There are four gates to one palace. The floor of that palace is of silver and gold, black as lapsody and jasper are there. Gold of rare saints, jasmine and rose, and the emblems of death. Let him enter in turn, and at once the four gates, let him stand at the floor of the palace. Will he not sing? Amen. Oh, warrior, if thy servant sing, but that our means and means be goodly therefore, dress ye all in fine apparel, eat rich foods and drink sweet wines and wines that foam. Also take your fill and will of love as ye will, when and where and with whom ye will, but always unto me. If this be not right, if ye confound the space marks, saying they are one, or saying they are many, if the ritual be not ever unto me, then expect the direful judgments of Ra or Quit. They shall regenerate the world, the little world, my sister, my heart and my tongue, unto whom I send this kiss. Also a scribe and prophet thou, though be of the princess, shall not assuage thee or absolve thee, but ecstasy be thine and joy of earth ever to me. Change not as much as the style of the letter, for behold, thou, O prophet, shalt not behold all these mysteries hidden therein. The child of thy bowels, he shall behold them. Hey, I want to thank you for coming to John Kitover's TikTok. I'm going to read you Aleister Crowley. Poetry is called A Birthday. This is an exclusive TikTok recording, which will also be uploaded to YouTube. I want to thank my friend Death Hippie for joining me on this poetic journey. Let's start this poetry by taking the deepest breath of the day through our noses. Full moon tonight. 6 and 20 years since my full moon first broke from angel spheres. A year of infinite love unwearying. No circling seasons, but perennial spring.
So what you're describing is you were being disingenuous. So you and your family line are disingenuous people. Okay. Well, I'll put that in my roll. I'll put that in my right mental Rolodex. Why do you guys talk about it?
Oh, Somali's are the worst.
Because all your fucking
full of garbage.
dude, it's a bunch of warlords that fucking do nothing but kill all the innocent people slow around them.
Let me tell you something. Our country is trash. It's garbage. I'm telling you. Google Somali trash streets on Google Images. You're gonna have thousands of cases.
Campaign directly at 312-498-0517 and on johnforcongress.com, click on the blog section. You can see our antidote link to make a donation. Things because hopefully I'll push it out and we'll get a lot of views and raise more money because I live in Chicago in the Northwest Side. I'm going to drive up to Rockford. I'm going to drive to Peoria. I'm going to drive to Bloomington and Normal, Illinois, and I hope to meet people in the streets or at the bars or at the train stops who watch this video and want to sign on the petition to defeat their hood. And your district is ranking pretty stupid. country. When he's a foreign national, and he did not have diplomatic immunity. And the similarities between the Epstein case and this particular case, especially right now, are striking to me. Do you want to comment on that?
Yeah, I waited a few days before I did post about it because I wanted access to the primary sources. And then when I saw the police records, the interview summary, that's when I put something on my page. Because every time I see something like this, discredit me if I amplify it.
I approach it the same way, Mr. Massey.
If it turns out not to be true. So in this case, it turns out to be true. In fact, to a degree, that the State Department had to put out a statement, which may or may not be true, saying that they had nothing to do with it. Now, whoever put out that statement may firmly believe that the State Department had nothing to do with it. But it might be a case where the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing. And the real question is, why did they allow it to happen? How did this happen? And I do agree with you that this alleged perpetrator, he's innocent until proven guilty. But
100% he is.
yeah, but the alleged perpetrator is, I've always said, there's this category of people, they're either rich, powerful, or politically connected. And in this case, this individual doesn't seem to be rich or powerful, but he was politically connected. And so he got to leave the country. I guess the proof is in the pudding. Does he come back for the court case? Can't. And so, and there will be more things like that come out in September as he's you alluded to the obfuscation of potential foreign involvement when it comes to Epstein in this operation, and that brings one thing.
Yeah.
What did they say?
Who, the lawyer?
Didn't you talk to his lawyer?
No, I talked to a lawyer. They're going to sue him with a civil lawsuit for defamation. They're going to try to garnish his wages at Houston Children's Texas Hospital.
Wow, interesting. They're gonna sue him. Okay, so you talked to a lawyer.
He thinks we can get about 15% of his salary monthly for the next 7 years.
Wow. So you didn't call it deploring, you called it a lawsuit. You really served him with a civil lawsuit.
No, they're about to serve him at work, at the hospital.
You're the man.
They have to get the process server to go over there, but they have the draft complaint all filed with the court already. So he's in process to get served.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, you can't come on Clown House and make death threats against our beautiful Janie. Not under my watch.
I love it.
Nope, not when you're running for Congress. I can't let people get away with death threats while I'm trying to campaign here. It ain't kosher. Sorry, Brad. Stuffing burger.
Did you like my promo yesterday in the room?
I did. That was great. Thank you. Keep doing that.
You're my man, dude. You're my freaking man, dude.
I couldn't stick around because I started recording Thomas Massey talking about the Epstein files on X. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather film Thomas Massey than sit here and get shot down by Gary. So I'm going to record Thomas Massey, and I left the room.
I love it. freaking clubhouse hero.
Well,
And not a real life zero.
there's other things I could say about Brad Stauffenberger out of Houston, Texas, at the children's, Houston, Texas
He was in
hospital.
Minnesota.
No, he updated his LinkedIn. He travels a bit, I'm sure, for the hospital group, but it doesn't matter. The point is, he defamed me for 2 days, slandered me, libeled me, and he's not going to get away with it. You can't come on the internet and say the things he said for 2 days straight without repercussions, especially when I'm live streaming for my campaign. And you can't make death threats against women on the internet. And you can't make death threats against young men on the internet that you got beefs with. It's illegal. Do you know which federal law makes that illegal, Scott?
What's that?
Do you know what the acronym LMGTFY stands for? Do you know what that acronym stands for?
No.
Let me Google that for you, Scott. Let me Google that for you. I already Googled this, but we also did some AI lookups that confirmed it all today. So, obviously making death threats on the internet is illegal. It's just like, duh. There's one thing you don't want to do with your life, and that's go on the internet and make death threats on social audio apps. It's just not going to work out for you. It must be a lot of anxiety working with children who have terminal cancers and working on their claims with the insurance provider. It must be very stressful. Well, let's do a show for campaign candidate Congressman Kitover. You want to do your first interview with me? Because I did a big podcast interview last night. It went very well. It went great, but then he got all upset with me today, and he kept messaging me saying, "I own the IP, I own the copyright." He's like, "You can't release your version until I release mine." I'm like, "Okay, fine." So I pulled my version down, and I'm waiting for him to release his edited version.
I said to Jade that you see that he's getting served at work tomorrow, and she said, "Great," with the big applause. Get over it. You're the best, dude. You're a public servant.
I am. If I was working for the FBI, it'd be the same issue. If I was monitoring this app on behalf of the FBI, he would get a cease and desist letter. I wouldn't arrest him, but I would definitely send him a cease and desist so he's aware. I don't even think he's aware of what he's saying half the time, because people are saying that he's shit-faced when he's making his death threats. So I don't think so, though. I think he's sober. That's the scary part. So anyways, we'll see what happens with that. But, if he can fund this campaign for $20,000, over the next couple months, or we might be able to force him into a settlement, where we'll negotiate for like $10,000. We'll just call it quits. But he's going to pay up. He had a big mouth for 2 days. It's all on video on 13 different YouTubes, on Clubhouse. Well, they deleted the Clubhouse account that I had the recording on, but it's still all over YouTube. So
how did they delete it? Why did they delete it?
They deleted 4 of my Clubhouse accounts in a mass purge. They took out everybody who was involved in stirring the pot with Pepe and Brad and JB, and other people got clipped as well. People are also saying it's Amir and his group of ragtag terrorist supporters on Clubhouse. So nobody knows for sure, because they don't tell you, why they suspended you. So, but here I am. I created a new account and we're campaigning again. You can't stop this love train, this love boat. This city was built on rock and roll.
If you click your account, can you start an account with the same phone number?
No, you got to get a new number. So there's an app called Text Now. It lets you use a burner number to create the account.
And then I can get a burner number.
I just cancel the subscription. I just use it to create the Clubhouse account. It's the cheapest way. It's like $2.
And there's a free account or not?
It's $2. That's how you build the city on rock and roll. Yeah. All right, Scott. Anything else you want to talk about? But let's set up this interview with candidate Congressman John Kitover. I would love for you to publish it on your publishing platform, and I would pay you for the publicity for the press. The campaign will pay for your dinner.
Oh, wow. Look at you, buddy. You're the
got
man, buddy. I find, dude, I'll tell you what, buddy. You're a bright spot in the app.
We got money. We got Clubhouse money. So if you want to have a nice dinner this Friday night, set up your interview with candidate Congressman John Kitover. We need the publicity. And we're going to post your interview with me all over X, all over YouTube, all over Instagram. So your face will get, your podcasting skills will get recognized as well. And you'll get paid to do it. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, buddy. Later.
How's your evening going? It's going great.
He was just trolling because he was mad.
I witnessed him in the room where he was being bullied against.
Boris, we gotta Boris.
He's having a meltdown, and it's hilarious.
Hold on, I gotta. BB's all bad about it.
Allegedly.
I know, BB's really upset that I suck his balls.
He realized that he didn't like it.
So I'm holding room out for him. No, I was like 19 years old. I'm like 36 now. It was like a long time ago.
Yeah, Boris, he was just Muslim for a day. That's all he was.
Yeah, I was just Muslim for a day, and I decided to suck a dick. No.
Well, as a Roman Catholic, you can't say that. That's not nice.
No, it wasn't brisk. It was brisk and short. It was short.
The other problem.
Yeah, I know. It was brisk.
Was just please.
You guys didn't hear the double on. Never mind.
No, I thought that was funny. I thought that was short. I got it. No, but the other problem that BB doesn't understand is that my wife is on this app too. So I have a fucking wife and fucking baby. So my wife is literally in this room right now.
All right, Leon, you can concede that you're at least bi.
He doesn't have to concede that. He doesn't have to.
No, I would say that I'm straighter than most dudes. Yeah. No, this is the part that
John Kidder, hey, hold on, John Kidder down in the audience is bi. Bring him up.
Wait.
John's like, I've never down. No.
No, this is more than a laugh to troll.
He won't let me do the laughing emojis.
Let me do the troll. Wait, let me do the troll. Okay, so so this is the hilarious part, is that the majority of the dudes that get upset about this are single dudes who have never procreated. So I think that is hilarious. Yeah, Sarah,
very sensitive part of it.
Yeah, Sarah, right above you. Right above you.
Wow. No, I just make babies with Sarah because she's my wife.
Yeah, but there's double penetration. So when you're sucking on penis,
Whoa. No, of course. He's only sucked one penis. He sucked one penis, but he realized he didn't like it afterwards.
Yeah, I didn't like it, and I didn't want to do it again.
Yeah. I agree.
No, it was
He
only
sucked one dick, he sucked them all.
That's weird. That's fucking.
it shows a certain magnanimity.
Wait,
George is just mad because he sucks off fucking McDonald's employee. Because it's also like the body shaking and shit.
Yeah, no, so the thing that I find funny though is that the people that have wives and children don't give a fuck. But the dudes that are single and live in their mom's basements, they have a problem. So
shot at wives and children.
Yeah, we sucking a dick. Like they literally, the fucking incel dudes are like all over it.
Bonobos are my okay.
No, but you do. I know, but you talked about sucking dick earlier, so like you don't get it.
The West got a lot of. In America, you got a lot of aspiring bonobos.
So it's all the people that don't have wives and don't have children and aren't procreating that have a problem with it. Yet it's like fucking like incel dudes that have a problem with it. You can't like find bonobos. I wish. God, I wish I was fucking drunk.
So you and the Greeks have African mating patterns. They were matriarchal. They had full female sexual selection, which is why they had the statues and all the beauty.
Oh, Boris, did you see that we ran Roger Mayhem off the app?
No.
No.
Who's that?
You know Roger from Healthy Debates?
Oh God, that guy's a fucking
Mojo.
Remember
Mojo Force? The libertarian guy from Washington.
Oh, he's not
What's that? That's where he's from, David.
No,
You don't realize, you don't remember you were drunk that night.
wait 2 seconds. So Jonathan also has like inside doxing information about somebody he released today. I don't know if he wants to talk about it, but
I'm not gonna dox anyone. I don't care about doxing anyone.
No, he's talking John Kitover. Was it John Kitover?
yes.
No, I'm not gonna dox anyone.
Oh, what did he have?
I'm not gonna say unless he wants to say.
I have the back channels. I already know about all of it. Like, I'm not gonna fucking release that shit. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna dox people. That's just like bottom line. What I will do is I'm gonna name every room BB is like a fucking black dick lover for the next like fucking 6 months.
No, you said it wrong. It has to be big black cocks.
Wait, yeah. What was it?
BB loves BBCs. Or BBCs.
I mean, that's pretty good. But I mean, I just kind of want to say like a black dick.
Yeah, it has to be a big word out.
No, let's not say that. Let's say
Yeah, it has to be like West African nice Wesley Snipes and like 14 inches long.
Like okay.
You always been a black.
No, I'm gonna literally fucking go after BB harder than he ever has ever gotten fucked. Yeah. No, I'm gonna fucking go after him. I don't care.
John, come on. I want to hear what's going on.
Well, no, if Ewan doesn't want people doxing in this room, then don't bring him up.
No, I mean, John, come on. I already know everything about that guy, so like, I don't give a fuck. The back channels are so fucking annoying. I don't care about that shit. I don't want that shit. I don't want the fucking details about someone's life, to be honest.
Yeah, but that was like okay. So, but Ewan, to his whatever. I mean, the fact that somebody is suing somebody for disable damages, that's pretty big.
John, you can't put a baby chicken. You have to put a rooster.
I mean, that guy called me a faggot, so he can go fuck himself. My wife is literally like in the room right now.
I mean, I wouldn't call you a faggot. I would just say you're bi.
No,
I'm not even bi, dude. I tried it once. I was like, oh, it's not gay.
Yeah, there's no take backs.
No, he can be. He can be whatever he wants to be.
David, are you drunk? I'm talking to John in the fucking audience.
I invited John up, but
David's just drunk. He doesn't know what's going on.
I don't read the chat. I never read the chat.
You can see him down there. It's fucking,
no, I got it. I like you, whoever the fuck you are. Like, I don't even know what your name is on this app. Like, you're like fucking.
Oh, okay. Now we gotta ask. Yeah, 3x plus 1 rich.
Okay.
So,
Rich.
we gotta ask.
Rich.
We gotta ask Norman now. Go ahead and ask the question.
What?
The BB question. With the name C.
Oh yeah, Norm. What should I name tomorrow's?
No, that's not it. You gotta ask if one sucking dick one time doesn't make you gay.
Whoa. You don't have to answer that.
Schmeckle, okay.
I don't think. You don't have to answer that. Yeah, thank you. I'm not interested about the private life. Norm is
Private is public. They're talking about.
No, Norm is above it. He doesn't have to answer that.
I'm just not interested in gossip and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe
That's why I want BB to just fucking say sorry, and then that's the end. I don't have to come into any of his rooms. I don't have to do fuck all. He can block me, but I will do a fucking room every day with his name in it until he fucking apologizes. And I will get blocked off this app, and I'll continue to do, because I don't fucking care. I am tired of this shit. Like, if you want to fucking try to insult me, then I will just do that. It's really easy for me to do. It takes no time, and I have lots of time. So, I mean, he left.
Said to what I said is because what I said earlier is how you operate on a macroeconomic scale. Let me explain it for you. MACRO is big. It's huge. It's systems. Okay? It's entire systems. That's the best way to describe it. Microeconomics is what you do in your proximity, what you do in your community, what you do next to each other, your neighbor. What she's describing is a microeconomic effort that her business partner is undertaking and trying to do it at scale to eventually produce macroeconomic outcomes. What I suggest is on a macroeconomic scale, there's not enough of us in information systems and technology, AI, whatever you want to call it, to dominate that sector. So if we're going to choose that sector to lock up and let that be the vehicle for us to achieve this problem-solving solution that insulates us from the white supremacist policies that disenfranchise our community that Sparkle so eloquently referred to a minute ago, the way you do that is locking up an industry. You talked about
Wait, what's the white structural racist supremacist system? Can you explain it, TC?
Right, people that own the bus. Right, hold on. So wait, so let me cut you over. This is okay. Let's just let me finish, please. Let's undo that. So she talked about the world's largest black-owned logistical company. Great, they own the IP. Great. That is a you can call it like a vapor, if you will, of what I'm describing on a macroeconomic scale. If you had 14, 15 of those bus companies in that area, I think you mentioned Memphis, was it? I think it was Tennessee, right? If you had 14 or 15 and they dominated the entire transportation industry and they own the IP and they're passing that down to their family and their kids through nepotistic business practices, that was the word I was looking for earlier, nepotism. Now you control and own an industry. You do that at scale through a macroeconomic perspective. What she's describing is great, but it can't be deployed on a macroeconomic scale unless you have 50 of them doing it, all within the same sector.
But right. Sparkle just gave you an example that happened in reality that literally scaled globally. As far as like even its practices are being used globally today. And then Madison gave you one that just started last year that's regional. She said in St. Louis and then also on the East Coast. I have not heard you say yet, you know what, that's a great, it's a great start. And then we need to do the scaling that you're talking about. That's going to be great. You're doing a good job.
That's a good TC. Because TC already had like this scale and has hired over 500 people. He has that already, right, TC?
And that's true, yeah.
I've been trying to get where TC is. I've been bidding and applying for city, state, federal contracts, and I'm like a little company where I've done a lot of great things since I partner up with people that are amazing. So Madison, anyone, please help me. I have my own, I have everything. I'm set and I just need a contract. I have everything that I need to be a partner.
But also, I just want to mention, because I don't like any black person who might feel behind. Like historically, again, those other individuals, the Chinese or the Indians, they were culturally within their own countries forced to focus culturally on their workforce, and then they were deployed to the United States. So it's not like that shit just happened like yesterday. They've been doing it. So stop thinking that you are so lagging behind. They were implemented and forced. You cannot do that in the United States to people. Somebody mentioned earlier, like, it's a lot of individualism here. Yes, if you did that here, it wouldn't work. Not unless you literally go under a regime. So it's the context matters. Context matters on how groups take over the industry. And it doesn't just happen overnight. And even the medicine thing was crazy enough, and not be pessimistic, but with it being great and grand and everything going 100%, those kids are going to be ready to probably take over the industry probably like 2035, 2045. But we at least got to get them started. You don't get kicked ass adults by not culturally training them when they're kids. You don't just pop up and be amazing like that fucking 35 ready to come back. These other cultural people that's in the industry. It's still a competition, and we got to make sure that we train the kids not to just jump in the fire, but be ready and trained to get everything done and professionally. Don't end up like Uncle Darius. We want you to be great and continue your legacy until like your generation after your career. That's what we want to do.
Let me start out Uncle Darius. I just got me a bottle of single barrel premium whiskey. As far as I'm concerned, the CF, blame it all on the CFO. The rest of the staff and executive leadership did what they were supposed to do. And we'll leave it at there. But go and buy your bottle of Uncle Dearest. Please absolutely end up like Ron Weaver and Keith Weaver. You know what I'm saying? Two black people who are representing black families and not only legacy building, but bringing back out legacy and Dearest Green. So absolutely end up like Ron Weaver. She will survive this. It will survive this receivership. And again, go buy that bottle of, and I don't drink, y'all, but go buy that bottle of Uncle Dearest.
That's why I love you, Sparkle. You're always supporting our people.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like those like just lessons in general. We just don't want that to happen in an AI situation. So just watch your CFOs, watch your execs, watch your accountants, because if somebody's trying to jump ship or sabotage something to your legacy, to your business, just watch out for it. That's what I'm saying. Get those kids.
We gotta take it. Shout out to Lisa Price. Like, I'm sorry, Price, but I want to just let y'all know that Lisa Price recently got back Carol's daughter. So I want y'all to understand that this is why when we have these conversations, if we can't mention the policy, legislation, and things that were put in place in order to allow for these things to happen, allow for people to take over entire industries. I don't think y'all was thinking in the 1800s that other groups of people own the black hair care industry, right? Do y'all believe in the late 1800s that another group of people own the black hair care industry?
So what another group of people own the black hair care industry in the 1800s?
Get out of your emotions.
What does that have to do with mentally? Get out of your emotions.
Look at the policy and legislation that allow for what happened today. Get out of your feelings and look at the legislation that happened.
sad.
No, is that what you want? You want an apology?
Yeah, I just want you to fucking say sorry, dude.
Okay. I'm sorry I didn't expose your fucking bitch ass in my piece of shit.
Did he expose himself to us?
Yeah, like I made up in
No, I'm going to your
Barbecue roast.
He's got the weirdest narrative. It doesn't know how to argue, which gets himself into trouble, and then in turn causes problems for other Jews on this app. And he doesn't realize he's like a toxic waste site. When he leaves, there's still toxins in the ground.
Fucking one dick is worse than
No, it has nothing to do with that. Has nothing
all
to do
the
with
secular atheist Jews and the
Yeah,
Buddhist
there we go.
Hindu Jews and
Yeah, exactly.
the Jews against Israel and
Yeah.
support Palestine.
Yeah.
No, those aren't bad. And, you would suck in one dick and not liking it afterwards.
No, that's no problem viewing because he's a pathological sex worker. He forgot to tell you the whole context.
Sex worker. Wait a minute, I'm so
he
now?
goes
Oh
in
my
there.
god, I wish I made money off of my fucking
Sucking dick.
No, I don't think it's support the whole sucking dick. I think it's disgusting, but
No, I think it's gross. I'm not into it.
you're hard on.
See, a normal guy would like make that decision before they actually suck.
Oh no, I told him that. I said,
They wouldn't
why
suck
would
it.
you decide not to like sucking dick before you suck dick?
I know.
Exactly what I said.
Yeah, total fuck up.
Yeah, that's not the point though. He's going into
It's kind of like when you're like driving your car and you forget to look both ways and you get in the car accident, you're like, shit,
Yeah.
you should look both ways.
Yeah, car doesn't have rims on it. But anyways, this guy that knowingly goes into a room, and spreads toxic shit, and then wants to attack.
What is the toxic? Wait, why do I spread that toxic? Please enlighten me.
Okay, so you go in there, because you're dumb, right? So you don't understand social cues. So when somebody's saying, hey man, listen, hey man, oh my god, fuck. So when somebody says, hey man, don't attack people's religions in my room, attack what happened on October 7th instead. Because you can come up with those facts easy, even an imbecile can. But you're going into religious shit, you're not going to be able to back it up. And I guarantee you they're going to talk about don't interrupt me. So hold on, so then
So
they have like a whole facility over there, like startups. You're going to win an argument against people about their religion. Dealing with fucking low IQ people, you're never gonna win that argument.
every room is going to be named after you for the next 60 days.
Do it.
And it's going to be your day.
I love it. Do it.
No, honestly, you are so fucking dumb with this shit.
Do it.
Listen, honestly, don't.
Nobody goes to your room saying this, maybe you're not like,
I know.
Don't threaten people all the time. If you guys threaten people and they're arguing, arguing with resistance on stage. Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, you think you're gonna? That's just the part where you think that you actually gonna threaten me and I'm gonna comply. Bro, you can suck another dick. I'm still.
No, he's giving you an out. It's not a threat.
Fucking out.
Every room is gonna be named after an out.
That's good. Thank you.
He's saying if you just apologize,
No, I ain't gonna apologize.
stop being a fucking dick. That's what he's.
Yeah, you're like pulling the fucking.
Yeah, be more Canadian, bro.
I'm going. Look who's the loser, bro.
Oh, it's alright. Hey, wait a minute. Ewan, he's already said the word fuck. Ewan, shut the fuck up. The word sorry. Never because I said that it sounds like you said it. So you already apologized. You apologize already. Yeah, I already apologized. You already said sorry.
No,
So I said it sounds like it is. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's sorry. Because
the loves BBC.
with a chocolate bar in a fucking.
I doubled Debbie to try to get up to assassinate me to die. Love it.
It's not all the time. They're both having agree.
Oh no, yeah, because they're not going to so I mean, I'll complete and then all the other people that are. Yeah. No, legally.
You and resistance are meeting on stage.
Legally, I'm going to fucking.
Really interesting, enthralling.
It's not your name, it's not your
learn so much.
That's my first. I don't lie. That's my first name. Alright.
No one cares.
Keep doing that. Don't keep doing it, please. Love it. It's your first name. Yeah. Thanks. Alright, bye, scares. The weirdo you open up a room about me and then they my name in the room. And I'm the weirdo. You're just sick of room.
It's alright, you guys don't worry about it. I have 800 burner accounts I'll look at, bro.
It's against all law. I got burning.
Yeah.
Thank you. For saying that. Before it's over. Yeah, it's fun.
That Yahoo.
Yeah, we're just gonna run BB just for you.
We're gonna invite resistance. We're gonna invite resistance and Buttercup in here every day. And resistance and Buttercup are gonna be on stage. And Buttercup is gonna be a moderator. And they'll never go into your room ever again and dig you out. No one else to talk to you about. Me, Harry, and a couple other people in your audience. It's a
But what's better, you never check your dash.
I will go in and curse every person that's in your room into this room. So I'll take it. So I'm gonna change your mornings, your disabilities,
I'm a G that thinks you're fucking.
Harry, I have 800 burner accounts.
I'm going to
I generated them in Python and AI. We talk about
I'm going to run a fucking room every day to make sure that you're not a bully anymore. I'm gonna make you a little fucking cunt. Yeah.
I'm gonna make you a bitch, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love it. Also, it's funny, but it's you and you, it's straight to Jack Cash. Honestly, I'd rather to meet you in person.
Oh, why don't we close this room right now? Or actually, you know what? Just change the title. Change the title to BB Hearts BBC Chocolate Bar England.
He doesn't have the balls. He doesn't have the balls.
He said,
No, I dare you to do it right now.
yeah, you can't do it.
You have the cojones, man. Do it.
Oh, actually, hold on. Ewan, if you want to get away with it, write B1B1, so it's not BIBI, so you can't say the
No. I'm actually not recognized.
That's all. B1B1.
I actually will.
B1B1 Hearts BBC Chocolate Bar.
Change the record. For the record, I know a lot about entertainment law. It's like talking shit right now. So I will say this. I'm going to keep this. What am I talking about? I'm going to keep this mummies. Not ready to check your bank account. But tomorrow is going to be your name because I think it's a fucking genius name. So yeah.
Harry, I can generate a higher new account. I'm sleeping.
Black Hawk.
I just got them to. But we got new letter new account. I'm not like John. I don't have to go out and buy phones and do all this.
No, BB, you are so fucking hilarious. Roger leave. And also JB crashed out at the end of the day. You also don't realize John,
talking to. As a matter of fact,